Hi, my name is Chris Sharp. I'm 41 years old. I grew up in the Methodist Church, had been basically inactive for the last decade or so, and last year felt a pull towards the Catholic Church. My wife is Catholic, and I began attending Mass with my family in February of last year and talked to Drew Denton about joining the church and what that would require. Well, the Easter Vigil is very special to me. My first experience with it was at the church where my wife was attending when she converted to Catholicism, and she was baptized in the Easter Vigil, and it was just a beautiful service. And so I attended that one, and I attended last year's Easter Vigil here, and then this year's Easter Vigil. And this year was the most meaningful in some ways because the Easter Vigil service here was very beautiful. I really love the service that it starts in darkness. And then slowly lit by the candles. You hear the entire story of faith up until the resurrection. And then when you reach that point in the service, all the lights come on and the music comes on. And it's just a glorious moment after all the waiting of Lent. It's really beautiful and glorious. Absolutely. I think it's a wonderful experience. I think, it's traditional to come to church on Sunday morning, at least in my previous tradition. And I think a lot of people want to come Sunday morning because that's, obviously people with children and staying up late. But if you can, I just think it's a wonderful experience to be able to participate in the full event. It really, you invest yourself in this hours-long service that then ends in this beautiful sacrament of baptism and confirmation. Holy Thursday is probably my next favorite service as far as you've been in the season of Lent and you walk in and it's just a celebration. We're celebrating Jesus coming into Jerusalem and the beginning of the Passion story, and then the actual Last Supper that instituted the Eucharist. And that's a beautiful celebration, and the ending of the service where we venerate the consecrated host is always a beautiful thing that we march together as a group and find peace and solace in the presence of the Eucharist. Good Friday also was a beautiful service in a different way. It's far more solemn, and but it's still you really feel the power of the crucifixion and what that sacrifice meant. I go to Mass because it fills a need in my life for some structure. I like to participate in the church. I know that by participating here at IHM, I'm participating in the global church. It's something that I feel very connected to, and now that I'm able to fully participate in the Mass, it's even better. I'm able to participate in the sacrament of communion, and that's just a wonderful thing every week. I would say that they're probably missing out on something that could really enrich their lives and deepen their faith. I think that we're better people if we develop good habits, and I think coming to the Mass is a good habit that I've been pretty intent on keeping. The Eucharist. I really enjoy the entire experience, from coming in and crossing myself with baptismal water to sitting and having a moment of prayer before the Mass begins, the music and the path that the liturgy takes throughout the season, the liturgical calendar, really, I guess it's hard to pick a favorite part, but I think the most meaningful part for me is the Eucharist itself.